Welcome to Pursuit 365's Home and Lifestyle Show, your go to destination for all things related to creating beautiful, harmonious, and inspired homes and lifestyles. I'm your host, Cara Lawson, an award winning Self-Story interior designer, and I'm thrilled to be your guide on this journey of exploration and inspiration. Today, I'd like to introduce our special guest, Patricia Asmar. Patricia Asmar, CEO and founder of The Facial Room, is a dedicated esthetician with 25 plus years of experience and passion for holistic skincare. The company is Canada's largest retailer of Eminence Organics, which pride themselves in organic, biodynamic farming and using pure ingredients. Asmar commits to giving personalized routines and specific skincare selection. She started her education at CIDESCO, a world recognized standard for beauty and spa therapy. She continues to build on her passion, staying on top of the science of care. From selecting effective skin lines, providing free skin consultations, offering specialized facials, customers feel a part of the facial room's extending welcome. With over 300 reviews and a 5.0 rating on Google reviews, Asmar accredits her team as a key component. Patricia, welcome. How are you today?
I'm great. How are you doing?
Great.
Good. So good to see you.
It's so good to see you. Good skincare and is so healthy. Like such a, for me, I think of it as a healthy home, a healthy face, a healthy body. It's all one package.
Absolutely. Putting your best face forward.
Okay, well, let's start. Could you share with us the story behind the creation of the facial room and your online presence? Also, what inspired you to venture into this industry?
So what inspired me to venture into this industry, I think actually I was born to do what I do. I really feel like I've done it my whole life without knowing there was an industry for it. It's just part of who I am. I started in the spa industry in 1993, and I worked for different spas for 5 to 6 years, doing all aspects of aesthetics at that time. And then in 2000, when I discovered Eminence, I decided to narrow down my offerings to just facials, which was when the facial room began. And so we did just facials with just Eminence Organic skincare. So we were a real niche spa, specializing in facials and Eminence. And so that was in 2000. And in 2007, I was itching to grow, but I also had a young family. So I was trying to figure out how I could reach more people within my with keeping a balanced life still. So in 2007, when online was just starting, really, I started the facial room online, and I was able to reach people across Canada. And so that really opened up many, many doors and gave me a lot of satisfaction to be able to help people with their skin and educate them and demystify a lot of skincare myths out there. So yeah, that's how we started. So 2000, we started just the facial room, and then 2007 online.
Wow, you were really ahead of the curve.
Yeah, it was. I kind of grew with the online e-commerce world, really, which has been interesting because. In a way, maybe a little bit easier than somebody who's just embarking in it now, where the competition out there is severe, and there's a lot to learn all at once if you're going to get into the e-commerce business. Whereas I felt like I kind of grew with it as it started to develop. I was developing with it, and so that's really helped to put us in the forefront of all the other e-commerce in our industry.
Wow, that is really interesting, and good for you for being ahead of it. Um, what sets your skincare products apart from others on the market, and what values or principles do you prioritize with the formulations?
So the most important thing I look for is results driven skincare, nutrient rich products that support a healthy skin, not breaking down skin, which seems to be a trend nowadays, is using products that are little more on the harsh side and break down the skin to try to eliminate fine lines. We're about building a stronger, healthier skin. So everything I'm looking for is supportive of a healthy skin, a healthy body, and healthy earth, actually. So
Wow.
environmentally friendly and good for our bodies and animals as well, making sure nothing's tested on animals.
So is it fair to say that it comes, the product is deeper than superficial?
Absolutely. So everything is basically food for your skin, and your skin is an organ that needs to be fed. So using products that are nutrient rich that go directly into the skin, skipping the digestive system. So if you're eating well and you're drinking all your water, fantastic. Your body needs that. Your skin is the last organ to receive that. So you still do need products that are going to absorb into the skin to support um, a vibrant, glowing skin, and that's what we're sort of known for as a glowing skin.
More water, less wine.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Everything in moderation. I always say you got to enjoy the wine too, but balance it out a little bit.
Okay. And so you've answered the next question on how you select the products, unless you want to expand on that.
Um, so I also enjoy using products that not everybody knows. So I do a lot of research to try to find products that are not maybe well known in the industry. That's how we started with Eminence. We were the first carrier for North America for Eminence in 2000, and it took about, I'd say, 5 to 10 years before Eminence really became known. So I'm always searching for a product that is unique and brings some excitement to my customers that haven't heard of some of these lines. So that's another element that we look for. Uh, Definitely products that are not tested on animals and vegan friendly is another component that is important to me. And giving back to Earth, for example, Eminence has a plant a tree program, and so every product a client buys, one tree is planted. And that was founded in, I think, 2012. At to the date, I think we are at 180,000 trees planted from the facial room.
Wow.
Yeah, so that feels good to be able to give back, as we're doing our business.
Yeah, 100%. That is awesome. I love that.
Yeah.
Um, what are some common misconceptions or myths about skincare that you encounter, and how do you address them with your own customers?
Well, I think nowadays with TikTok and Instagram, and everyone's getting a lot of information on social media about how to take care of skin. There's so much information out there, a lot of misinformation, and not everything you're hearing is good for all skin types as well. A lot of my customers, they come in and they sort of say the same thing. So I know they're all hearing the same thing on social media, certain ingredients that are trending at the moment, and everyone feels they have to use all of these specific ingredients. Um, for me, I'm a minimalist. I enjoy keeping things as simple as possible, and I try to teach this to my clients as well. And most people are extremely happy to hear this because skincare can become very complicated unnecessarily, and too many steps, you're not going to do it. It just feels overwhelming and it feels like a job. So skincare should be enjoyable. You should want to wash your face at nighttime and put on good products because you enjoy the smell and the texture and the results of it. So I would say the biggest misconception is that one ingredient is going to change your skin. There's not one ingredient that's going to change your skin. Really,
So,
it's,
oh, sorry.
yeah.
I,
It's
oh, sorry.
approach. Sorry, is the holistic approach of skincare. So it's a variety. It's basically it's like a fruit basket. You wouldn't want to eat the same food every day. It's
Ah,
the same thing. You don't want to feed your skin the same ingredient all the time. You want to change up the product so you're getting a different group of ingredients for your skin, and it sort of jump starts the skin again. Gives you that new set of ingredients. And with Eminence, for example, if a product is, let's for example say a blueberry soy night recovery cream. Well, blueberries in themselves are so nutrient packed that one ingredient in the cream in itself has multiple benefits for your skin. So instead of looking at pulling one ingredient from say a chemical or something that's maybe artificial, using almost like a whole food approach to your skincare, that's when you really see the change happen. You just see the health of your skin increase. Yeah.
So I'm kind of curious. If somebody were just starting out with, some good skincare such as Eminence,
Yeah.
how many products would you recommend for them to start with?
Again, trying to keep things always very simple and trying to find products that are multitasking as well. So as much as I can, I try to find products for clients that can serve two purposes as much as possible. So a cleanser that has a gentle built-in exfoliant, that would be important. So a cleanser with exfoliant. Exfoliation is important, but not overdoing it. So you want to make sure the exfoliant that's in your cleanser is gentle enough to use daily. I would highly recommend vitamin C serum, which is going to support collagen production in your skin, helps to brighten the skin, helps even pigmentation, and fights off free radicals from the environment. So a vitamin C serum, obviously a moisturizer or an oil, and then your sunscreen. So I would say you could probably get it down to 3 to 4 products.
Right. Wow. I like that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that about vitamin C.
Yeah, very important.
Okay, so can you share some insights into your retail strategy and how you built a loyal customer base for your brand?
Mm-hmm. Going back to being a minimalist, I feel too many choices is very confusing to the public. So I've up until very recently only carried one line, and because I, with full heart, believe that this one line is the best line out there. And so if I carried 7 different skincare lines, when you walk into my store, you'd be like, well, which one should I use? Like, do you believe in all 7 skincare lines are going to be the best for me? So I've chosen the best for you. So when you come into my store or you shop online, you know that I've done the research for you. And we keep it simple. So from our service offering, we offer only facials. And to our products, we only offer one skincare line. So I feel like just finding the best and keeping it really simple. And that's what's worked for us.
And definitely the best facial in the world that you have. Do you have any advice for individuals who are looking to start their own skincare line or retail business?
I think that the thing that's worked for me is taking money out of the equation. Don't think about the money. The money will come, but be passionate about what you do. Truly believe in what you do. Be authentic in your own business. Don't steal ideas from people. Make your ideas your own so that it becomes part of who you are. And then you just want to continue to grow, because as you grow and shift, your business will grow with you. The money will always come after that. So don't be centered about the success right away. I feel like that is, especially nowadays with the cost of living is so expensive and people coming out of school, they just need to start making money and they're very focused on money, not even thinking about the profession that they're passionate about, but the profession that makes the most money for them. That I feel is setting you up for failure. Eventually your soul is going to feel that, and you can't sustain that. You have to love what you're doing. Number one. Yeah.
Completely agree. That is the best advice.
Yeah.
It really is. Okay, how do you stay informed about the latest trends and innovations in the skincare industry, and how do you incorporate them into your product offerings? We've kind of touched in areas of this.
I feel lucky in the way that I get to communicate with people all day long in my treatment room, and I hear from my customers actually trends that are happening, because you hear similar things going on in a day. I've talked to say 8 to 10 different clients that are in my treatment room, and it is interesting. You do hear a common theme certain times where everyone's sort of talking about the same thing. So that I keep my ears open to what their concerns are, or what they would like out of their skin, or what they're missing. Yeah, and as social media, obviously, I'm always keeping my ears and eyes open. Whatever's happening, I like to get inspired by it. I never take ideas directly, but I can take an idea and then use my creativity and grow from there. Um, Podcasts, I like to listen to podcasts. I do a lot of reading. I'm just always listening, thinking. My brain is always kind of thinking about business, and so when people are talking, I make little mental notes, or I'm making notes on my phone, just taking snapshots of things. I'm always sort of inspired by what's around me. Yeah.
Love that. How do you cater to different skin types and concerns with the product range? And what recommendations do you have for listeners who may be struggling with a specific skincare issue?
hmm Just asking a few specific questions generally. I do a lot of skincare consultations online, and I start by asking, what are your main concerns? Sort of breaking it down to your top, say, one or two main concerns. So maybe you have four or five, but you sort of have to start at the top and work your way down. You can't target everything at once. And often what's causing a lot of issues on people's skin is dehydration,
Mm.
or over processing their skin. So usually we look at the hydration of the skin first. That might be causing, if they're dehydrated or they've been using too harsh of products, redness. They think they have rosacea. Often they don't have rosacea. It's their skin is actually inflamed just from the dryness.
Wow.
So most problems we start with is focusing on the nutrition of their skin and the hydration of their skin, and often that takes care of so many issues that they think they have. Is so superficial. And the thing is, it's so exciting for me is when I'm doing facials and I actually see the skin transforming in front of my face as we're doing the facial, because the skin's finally receiving the nutrition it's needed, and it's almost instant.
Wow.
Yeah, it's very exciting.
Um, can you share any success stories or memorable moments from your journey?
I actually just had last week a very exciting client that came in. I honestly inspired every day, and I see success stories on the hour in my treatment room, and that's why I'm like still so excited about what I do, because I feel like every time I see somebody, I get to help them, and they get to see the skin they thought they always the skin they thought they always wanted, didn't know they could get. Um, but just recently, I had a new client in, and she came in extremely irritated skin, very, very red, very inflamed. She's had rosacea her entire life since she was a teenager. She's been working on her self confidence, but her skin brings her down all the time. She looks in the mirror, she's
Oh,
embarrassed about her face, and she's a businesswoman, but she holds herself down. She doesn't, have her head held high because of her skin. And she didn't think there would be a solution for her. And we just did one facial, and I halfway through the facial, I was like, I couldn't wait for her to actually see her skin when she got up. And when she got up, she just gave me a huge hug, and she said she never thought she would see her skin like that. And she came out of the treatment room a different person.
wow.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
huge
So
reward.
yeah, my job is so amazing that way. I get to just experience that like all the time. Yeah.
What challenges have you faced in running an online skincare business and how did you overcome them?
I would say our most challenging time was in 2020 when COVID hit. So
Mm.
2020, we closed the facial side of the facial room for a year and a half. Um, and then the online side of the business blew up because Canada closed all of the spas across the country. People were desperately trying to find their Eminence products, and we were situated to take on that business. We had the experience with the online world for many, many years, and we had a good presence. Um, so basically, overnight, our business, I would say, 300 times increased. Which is fantastic. But at the same time, all of the supply chains just got so backed up. So from delivery to Eminence receiving their products from Europe. So we had so much business, but we couldn't get the product. And so that was an extremely challenging time, not to mention we couldn't have any employees in the space. So it was really our family that kept the business going. It was the girls and my husband and myself that were just packing orders like 15 hours a day trying to get product out to our customers. And at the same time, it was like a rodeo out there as far as the online scene happened. All of the spas, which were desperate to obviously keep running, shifted to an online platform. So we had a lot of just copying of our site and our ideas, and it was very challenging in that way, very frustrating to deal with a lot of plagiarism, actually. But we just learned to put our blinders on, do what we do best, and not get distracted by the negativity. And we survived it, and I'd say to this day we managed to maintain that level of business. We came out of it on top, so that was a success story for sure. But it obviously there was no forewarning about that situation, and you just do what you got to do and make it work.
Yeah,
So that was a growth period for sure.
Yes, and so well deserved for you.
Thank you.
What are some upcoming products that customers can look forward to from your company?
Well, just recently we started to expand our retail offering. So still Eminence is our only skincare brand that we carry, but I'm looking to bring on brands that support the same level of quality as Eminence has, but other areas of your body and your home. So we brought on Salt and Stone, London Town Cur, which is basically skincare for your nails to support a healthy nail growth. Lash Food, which is an all-natural lash growth serum. They also have a natural mascara, which is really difficult to find, and they've done a really good job on their products. We've brought on Kula, which is a natural SPF line, as well as Color Science, which is a natural mineral makeup line, all SPF based as well. River, which is actually a local esthetician. She is specialized in lymphatic support, and she's created 2 new products, and we carry her line here, and it's been a great success so far. She's doing a great job. I think that's it. So we brought 6 new lines in the last couple of months, and so I feel like we've grown very quickly in that arena, and I've always got my ears and eyes open for anything else that could be coming up, but for now I think we're just going to allow that to do its thing for a while and settle in. It's been an exciting time.
I love the laundry detergent, the mint.
Oh, yes, mint. That's right. Yes. So a lot of these lines are actually local. So Mint and Roscoe Emmett, which is another beautiful line that we carry. They're both from Vancouver Island, women-owned businesses, and they're doing a superb job. Very, very high quality ingredients and work beautifully. So you're enjoying yours.
I do. Yeah. Especially because both John and I have sensitive skin. So, Tide, the older I get, Tide, it really isn't working for me.
Right. Yes.
And so yes.
And scent, right? Artificial scent.
Mm-hmm. I'll be back for more of that. How can people find you? And can you share some of your contacts?
Yeah, so we are located in Ocean Park, British Columbia, and it's across the street from where I literally started my career. So I started when I was 19, and I'm back here at 48. And it's been great to be back in the neighborhood again. And the facial room in Ocean Park is where also we do all our online packing. So we have a packing department, and we have an online store, and we have the facial room. We are booked a year and a half in advance for the facials, but we have a wait list that we're happy to put anybody on. And we're on Instagram, Facebook, and soon to be TikTok as well. Yeah.
Well, a huge thank you for coming out today, Patricia. It's always a pleasure chatting with you.
Always a pleasure to talk to you too, Cara.
And that's a wrap for today's episode of Pursuit 365's Home and Lifestyle Show. I hope you enjoyed our conversation and found inspiration to create your own beautiful, harmonious, and inspired living spaces and lifestyles. Remember to subscribe for more tips and join us next time for another enriching discussion. This is Cara Lawson signing off. Until next time, keep living beautifully.